right, all you muscle car mavens. Welcome back to Muscle Car Campy. We're here at Dave Dudek Musclecars in Clinton Township, Michigan. And we even have Dave here. We didn't have to break into a shop for a change. Dave Dudek, legendary in the fast circles, in muscle car circles. And Dave, tell us about this insane 71 Hemi Cuda we have here.
Well, some of you may recognize it as the car was last running in the fast class. This year we won't be running in the fast class, and we ended up selling the Cuda, and a guy named Darren Greer bought it, and he's turning it into a drag week car. So he had bought this car without the engine and trans I was running in fast. Actually, he bought the trans, not the engine. And I put this engine together for him a few years ago. It's like 850 horsepower, pump gas, a very mild motor. Didn't have nothing to put it in. It seemed like a good fit. So we're in the process of converting it for drag week. We put the electric fans on, aluminum radiator. You know, you could see all the accessories. Before it looked like it was like a concourse race car. So I'm just kind of doing the fuel system right now. We put a gear Vinder's overdrive in it. You can see we got, when you kind of come over here to the rims, we got the lightweight rims on there. And
Dave, you were telling me before it's 540 cubic inches.
Yeah, it's 540 cubic inches. It's 11.7 to 1, which we'll be able to limp through drag week on with pump gas. But when we get to the drag strip, we got it runs off two fuel systems. When we're driving through towns, we're running on the regular gas tank with the regular fuel in it, and when we get to the drag strip, you can see here in the trunk, we got I just finished this up. You got a fuel cell mounted over here. That's the race pump, and this is how we stop one fuel system from going into the other. I've done drag week before, so normally I would hide all this stuff. But when you're doing drag week, you want everything to be serviceable and easy to get at, because when you have problems, you got to be able to work your way through them.
Do you have to come back here and change everything, or is there any electronic stuff inside the car that allows you to do it remotely?
No, so we had done the remote electronic stuff before, and it seemed a little bit too restrictive. And we were having problems getting on the track. We were running out of fuel. So this time we're kind of simplifying it. You will have to get out and just flick these little levers here. You know, this will that'll be for the pump gas. And then when it comes time to race, you shut that off and you turn on the race gas. So it's that simple. And the more we simplify stuff for this race, the better.
Anybody who's never done one of those drag week or drag and drive type things, it's remarkable because, as you said, you see these cars, they look like show cars, but at the same time, there's some serious 6-second cars, 7-second cars, and the technology to do that is insane. Really remarkable.
Now, I got to say, the shop is a wreck right now. I'm trying to get this ready for drag week, and I'm trying to get this ready for a pure stock race, all within about the next 3 weeks. So you kind of caught me a little bit by surprise, but I'll kind of give you the quick tour of the place.
Sure.
This is a really cool car, Cornet RT convertible. I kind of wish I had it out.
70.
Yeah, like I said, it's dirty, but inside here, we're doing a red-eye engine.
Oh, wow.
So we're in the process of that right now.
It's a nice fit.
Yeah, I got all the air intake. That's all being painted right now.
Again, more electric fans, big radiator.
Yeah, this was a kind of a little bit different radiator. You could see how big this thing is. We're going to see how it works out. It simplifies the amount of plumbing that we have to do in the engine compartment too. Oh yeah. And over here, we got another restomod. And this is going to be a really cool car. And if you would have came by last week, we got a real unique air intake setup that goes in here. But it's all out now. Everything's being powder coated. But this is a 1,000 horsepower Elephant motor. And this car's kind of going together. You know, as we speak. It's not that far off, to be honest with you.
So this is the actual direct connection Mopar performance.
Aluminum block, Elephant, 1,000 horsepower engine.
Oh man, and I can see you got the holes already cut, the air inlet.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a little crude now, like you've seen in the kind of beginning stages. I had to have the grill out and everything so we can, pull that air intake setup off. It's pretty extravagant, but it's really cool.
And you got a little hole in the hood here to fit it.
No, it'll be air. This particular car's got an air grabber setup with the scoop that comes out of the hood. This is going to be more of a concourse type of restoration. The car's super straight. It's beautiful. So I'm in the process of putting this together. Most of the interior's in, the rear end's in. I just got the engine painted over there, and it's all dusty and stuff.
What engine is in this one?
383. Car's really cool. It's unique. It's like a one of one. It's a Barracuda with a shaker hood, and Chrysler didn't really put shaker hoods on Barracudas. They only put them on Cudas. Not too many of these exist.
Wow.
I believe in this color combination stuff, it's a one-on-one. And like I said, everything's all dusty and dirty.
As a guy who owned a 383 car, I can tell you, 380 is a great engine. It just doesn't get any respect anymore because everything's got. If it wasn't a Hemi or a 440, nobody wants to really talk about it.
Thank God, the factory pairing classes that I race in, all the shortcomings on these engines, I can kind of take care of because this is my thing. I'm making power out of. I'll kind of walk you over here to that engine. So this is the engine. Actually, I just got it painted, and this is going to be going in there probably the next couple weeks. But it looks dead stock like a concourse, engine, but it does got a stroker crank, a good set of pistons and rings, CNC ported heads, extruded honed intake, roller rockers. A little bit more than what meets the eye. This right here. This is another red eye engine. This is a guy named Bill out of Florida. This one's about done. I was waiting on the hood a little bit for my body and paint guy. Bryce had painted it. He's up here in Michigan. The car turned out really well. And actually, this car should be done any minute here. Yeah, if you could see, we used a one-piece fiberglass hood, but we kind of made it. It doesn't really look like it. Kind of pulled off that look, I think.
Very nice.
It's a really cool car.
The color combination. Oh, the white interior, black vinyl top.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll throw this up here.
And the 4 magic letters, H-E-M-I.
Oh, yeah.
I always tease people. I say, it's Hemi. There's no E at the end.
This is a really cool car, too. This is a A12 car. Customer Hakim. He got it. It was a beautiful Survivor, and just wanted to take it up another level. I just got this back from Body and Paint. You can see I got parts on the ground. We're trying to see what we need to clean up for the suspension or what we're going to use and what parts we still need. So I actually ordered everything a couple days ago so I could start putting this together.
Now, tell us about the Charger up here. What is this?
That's a pretty unique car. It's a 71 Super B, and it is a highly, highly optioned car. I mean, maybe the most highly optioned Hemi B body. It's got power windows, cassette, the super track pack. It's loaded. This thing's loaded. It's 2 fender tag car. A lot of options for a Hemi car. And this one's going together. Yeah, and this one's going to be more of a pure stocker. It's a very mild build. The guy wanted to drive it, and it might be low 12s, hopefully. It's a good effort, but this is one building. I got a whole other building that's packed, more packed than this building of cars. I work full-time for Chrysler. Hopefully in a year and a half, 2 years, I'll have enough years to get my pension and retire. And that's kind of the game plan. I got to finish off the Chrysler now with a pension, but I kind of just do this as side. After work, I come here, I work for a few hours and go home and
Dave, what do you do?
Get my hands full. I'm a lift truck mechanic. I'm a skilled trades. I work on all the industrial equipment inside the plant.
Now I'm captivated. RO23 car. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, this is a great car. This is owned by Jim Keys. Actually, they've probably been together by now, but it was turning out we were going to use all the old trim, and it was pretty nice. But when Jim came out and seen all the old trim, that he decided to use on the car, he said, "Oh, the trim's nice, but it's just not as nice as the car now." So we ended up pulling off all the trim. I sent it out. It's been out for like 5 months now, and all that stuff takes time. So we kind of just put the brakes on the car until the trim gets back, and then we'll start moving on it. These cars are relatively simple. They go together pretty quick. So we can walk around here.
Now this I'm looking at, I see it, but I don't believe it. This is a real deal Daytona, isn't it?
Oh, this thing's amazing. This is, I wish
its nose cone, obviously.
Yeah, but you can. While I'm working on it, I wanted this off. This is owned by Peter Swainson, and this car is actually amazing. I mean, the starter relay is the original starter relay with the date codes. Everything here is original. The master cylinder is original, master cylinder rebuilt. The horn relay is the date coded original. All the harnesses are original. And even these vacuum hoses are original, believe it or not. This was a really, really nice car. Car's basically done, except for the nose we got to put on. We're going to have the body shop just touch up the body one more time, as far as just another light cut and buff. That's why I kind of left the nose off. So it's easier to store. It's easier to work on, until we work out all the bugs. With that,
it's be hard to work on.
Oh, you can't. You're trying to reach over from the side because you can't get it at the front, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But this thing, I wish we could get this thing on the hoist. The underneath is just beautiful. This thing's really sharp. And here's a project that we're knee deep, and I'm going to get going on this once, probably in another month or so. But the guy that Darren Greer, the guy that bought the Fast Cuda. This is going to be his restomod. So yet another Hellcat swap. This is just sitting in there. We're at the very, very early stages, just mocking stuff up, and this is all going to come out, and then it's going to go off to the body shop. But we want to do a few unique things, and we really haven't even started on it yet. Nice. This was a drag week car. Actually, we just had to pull off the supercharger. We're trying to get this ready for drag week. So yeah, this is a pretty bad lad here. This is 1,000 horsepower. We had some issues with the Whipple supercharger, but they said ship it and they're going to take care of it, and I think it's on its way back already. It was a really fast turnaround.
Great customer service.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier with the customer service.
How many cubes is this?
This is 426 cubes. Oh yeah, this thing's crazy. This is probably the fastest car I've ever been in. I mean, we were trying to deal with some driveline issues, and I was on 94 over there. I mean, 60, 70 mile an hour roll and step on the gas. And if I don't let off, you would lose control of the vehicle. It's insane. It's great. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, you lose control. It's great.
This is one of my favorite cars. I mean, it's not super fancy, but it was so original when he bought it. It was a slant six car. You could see that's the original interior.
I was going to say the plastic on the interior. Is the owner Italian? Did his grandmother buy this?
Isn't that funny?
With the plastic on the seats. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a 69 B body guy. I mean, I'd rather be black. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
But what really caught my attention here is, I guess that's the shift knob.
Yeah, we put the 8-speed transmission in there.
Cup holder.
A drag week car, you got to have that stuff.
Oh man, I mean it's
all original.
It's fantastic. I just, like I said, I love the plastic on the seats. This is just like another era, and it just, you got New Millennium under the hood in the trans tunnel, and then you've got, suddenly it's 1968, 69, 70 inside. Hey, I see a modern Hemi under there.
Yeah, here's yet another one. This one here, I took on. I had told them that I need 6-8 months before I can even start on it. So it's just kind of being stored right now, and we might start dabbling with it. A lot of these cars, we're constantly waiting on parts. So even though it looks like I got a lot going on, which I do, a lot of times we're waiting on parts on everything. So like, hey, we got 4 hours here. Let's get something done. So I'll probably be starting on that pretty soon. That car there, that's a triple black, numbers matching. Checks all the boxes. Hemi 4-speed Challenger.
Now I know what I want for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a bad lad there.
Right down to the poverty caps. Is this car restored or is it an original?
It's an older restoration, but it's really nice. We're just gonna, we're doing some dash work, and Mike Mordowski, does the dash work and park and brake assembly and steering column and stuff like that. And then I'll build him a motor. I do all my engine work at home. So when I'm not in here, the couple hours a day I actually got to do work because I work full time at Chrysler. I wake up early in the morning and that's where I build engines, and I build a lot of engines.
So this is basically a black on black Hemi 4-speed car.
Yeah, numbers matching, the whole deal.
Oh my Lord! Can you pull the corner of the cover up so we can just
Sure.
see that beautiful paint?
Yeah, it's an older restoration. Yeah, it's got the black stripe. That's kind of.
This is tremendous.
Yeah.
Wait, guys. Wait. Look, it even says.
Yeah, there you go.
426 Hemi. It's a thing of beauty.
Getting these 2 cars ready to race next week, and in my limited time, my shop's usually a lot cleaner, but you guys kind of caught me with my pants down here.
Here's the, well, thankfully that's only a figure of speech. They are literally.
Yeah, I got pants on.
They're not that kind of channel. But, yeah, I can see here's the 72, 73, 74 nose. Oh, man. Let me ask you a question. I mean, I know there's no definitive answer, but guy comes to you and says, hey, I want to put a red-eye engine or a modern Hemi with fuel injection and a modern automatic into my Mopar. Generally speaking, what is that? Where does that start as far as price? I know there's
you're looking at
unlimited.
So let's say we go HP 90 transmission. You're looking at $12,000. Red eye motor, you're looking at 20-something thousand. The conversion kit's $3,000. All the accessories are another $2,000, and you got to get fuel injected fuel tank. You got to get the headers, the exhaust. It's hard to get out for under $50,000. If you're doing it right and you kind of do something with the suspension, and it adds up. There's just a ton of parts, and
I mean that doesn't even talk about the brake upgrades that you probably need, because you're not going to stop a car that once had 300 horsepower, now it's making 700 horsepower.
Yeah, a couple guys really go all in on the brake upgrades. 14-inch rotors and stuff, and with Hydro Boost power brake system on it, but some of them not really.
Okay. Well, Dave, thank you so much for showing us. I know you worked all day and you came out here to do work, and you took a few muscles to show off your capabilities, really, and all these great cars. Thank you. Muscle Car Campy is very grateful. Good luck with all this. Make sure you let us know when all these cars are done so we can fly back to Detroit on the Muscle Car Campy corporate jet. I think that's called Delta. And we'd love to shoot some of these when they're all done.
No problem.
Thanks again, Dave.
Thank you.